Welcome in Exiles. I've had a lot of people asking about this old build and asking if it still works in 3.25. This is pretty much our Essence Drain of Desperation build with the Bane massive AoE, massive explodey, super tanky build that I made a few patches ago, a few seasons ago. And this build is probably one of my favorite builds in the game and probably one of the strongest I've made for the cost, because I have made an armor stacker, but that costed mirrors upon mirrors to make. But this is kind of like a middle of the ground, pretty high end, expensive build, but it's not mirror cost worthy build. But it still performs incredibly well. Now, the cool thing about this build is that it's incredibly tanky. We use the Stasis Prison. The item that we did made was the Rapture Mist Imperial Staff we made. We made this in Necro Crafting League. Now, this is going to be extremely hard to craft nowadays, so maybe you can purchase some from somebody online in standard, because I'm in standard now. There may be other players that have crafted a couple copies of this or have this kind of staff from Necro League, but you do require Necro League to be able to make this item as easy as it was. It wasn't like super easy, but it was, you had to keep crafting and crafting until you got the right hits, and then fix everything up. So this will probably be the hardest item to get. You probably won't be able to get this exact item, and if you are able to get it, it's not going to be cheap. Nonetheless, the build is fantastic. I love this build. You can check out my build guide below. I had a lot of questions asking if it still works, so we're just going to log in and throw in a map and test it out. This is my standard character. I just log in, throwing in a map. We'll just do a little bit of mapping to see if the general, see how the build works. Let's see here. Got all my auras up. Everything is up. Okay. Yeah. Still performs really nice, it seems. Still tanky. Yeah. I don't believe they did. I don't believe they have done anything that would change the build. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, we still have the tankiness of the build. Pretty much take no damage. Incredible clear. You don't have to aim at anything. Stand in everything. A lot of the gear from this, though, is from Necro Settlers League. So, like, I made this helmet. Like, I made everything in Necro. But yeah, this is one of my favorite builds just because how easy it is to play. I like the aesthetics of it. Just flying around, killing everything with curses. I love this build, man. Jeez Louise. This was a fun time. I can't wait until we get some new Path of Exile. Apparently we're getting some new action with the, I think where we have the ascendancies be all kind of crazy and different. That is something they're working on now. And I'm estimating that they'll probably have that out either next week or the week after. They're doing previews of all of the different ascendancy changes that they're doing, and it looks pretty interesting. I have to give it to them. It's going to be fun to see what they come up with for that. It's just going to be all new ascendancy, so it's going to be like pretty much all new builds. We're going to be able to search for new builds, and that is going to be a blast to explore because it's pretty much entirely brand new. And in Path of Exile 2, we're working on our totem build. So I'm going to be making a video on our totem build. I'm actually going to be comparing the Gemling to the Witch Hunter. So I'm currently working on making a Gemling Legionnaire for my totem build in Path of Exile 2. And I'm going to kind of compare it and see what the differences are. And there are some other builds that I'm kind of brainstorming and working on in Path of Exile 2. And we'll be showcasing those. Can I do the boss?
Be gone. You will not pay. Be gone.
I forgot how to do this boss. I forgot I can't stand in that big red thing. Dang, I'm super rusty in Path of Exile 1. It's been so long since I've played. Oh, what the heck? Wait, there were two bosses? Okay. Completely forgot all the boss mechanics. Okay, there we have it. Easy build. Like so easy to play. And the area of effect is so nice on this build. That's one of my favorite things about the build is how it's like so easy to play. Just throw your traps. You got your Bane, Crimson Temple. But yeah, we have some big plans for content, at least for Path of Exile 2. The next thing I'm going to be working on is some Gemling Legionnaire. I've been playing a little bit Diablo 4. I played some Torchlight Infinite, and we're just playing everything, just having a lot of fun. Make videos when we find something interesting, like in Diablo 4. I made like an interesting build, an off-meta build, using Iron Maelstrom. I don't know if you play Diablo 4, but it's a really cool skill, Diablo 4, that never has been very useful outside of leveling, but they made a lot of changes to the game that allows it to work now. So yeah, I made a video on that, and it's really cool. Nonetheless, the build is, I mean, look, this is just like throwing in a T6 or T Crimson Temple that I had. Like for your normal mapping, T16s. You know, you can pretty much do everything on this build. You can do Ubers. I mean, the damage is really good. Very good, very good. So yeah, I have a video. I'll link the build guide in the description. Pretty much everything is pretty much the same. I mean, there's no real. I don't know of anything that would make the build not work, but yep, it still works just fine. Really cool build, just really hard to find the gear for it. At least for this version of the build, because all of the gear slots is from Necro League. I pretty much crafted everything from that. Rapture Veil, like this is Necro League. Faded In. Now this was something that I found interesting. Basically this was a really cool ring. This was super cheap when I discovered it, but increased effect up to 219%. So the longer the curse is on the enemy, and you know, your Bane and everything. It just ramps the damage up incredibly. I remember I was double corrupting Defiance of Destinies. I was trying to get an additional curse on there, but I could never get it. And this was like the best hit that I got on one of them was Malevolence. But if I would have got an additional curse, oh man, that would have been so sick. I wish I'd gotten that, but there we have it, guys. I don't think I use this for anything really. Just leveling gems. But yeah, there we have it, guys. I think that's all for the video. I've been having a few comments ask about this build. I was like, oh, I guess people still want to play that now. I believe you could still get it to work, but it may not be as powerful because of the itemization. It could just be really hard to get stuff like this. Like, I don't believe you can't get this anymore. In standard, you may be able to buy one. But yeah, this staff would be the hardest to craft. But everything else, you know, you could probably get in the current league that we're in. You could get all the other gear. You just wouldn't have the same. I'm not gonna say you can't do it because, of course, you craft this, right? It's just gonna be really expensive. But yeah, there we have it, guys. I think that's all for the video. I wanted to update that to let you guys know that the build still works. And yeah, if you can make it work, if you can get a lot of these items, you'll be just as strong as I am in this video and is in the POB. But you can make any kind of changes you want to the POB. The core of the build is very simplistic, like these two things, and then the faded end. What makes you super tanky? Of course, you know, the Stasis Prison, Defiance Destiny, and some of the Vial of Bastion. All the how we have everything set up makes it super tanky. Mind over matter, and Eldritch Battery, all this cool stuff. So it just works really well together. And you know what? In the next league, the next real PoE league, I may try to make this work like it's a league starter and show how to transition to this build, because this was one of my favorite builds. I'm pretty sure you can league start this if you wanted to. So until next time, Exiles, I think that's all I have for you. We're going to be making some more videos. Try some things in Diablo 4. I got that Gimlin in Path of Exile 2. I got some other builds in Path of Exile 2 I want to work on. We also have Path of Exile 1 new expansion, not expansion, but a new like fun league coming up that's going to give us all these crazy wacky ascendancies. I'm definitely going to be playing that. I'm definitely going to be trying to stream a little bit more often. I know I keep saying it, but I'm trying to get things together so I can stream, guys, and hopefully get that for you guys so you guys can watch me play, watch me make builds and stuff like that, get some behind the scenes. And I think that's it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're still playing Path of Exile 1 and if you want to play this build. I know I keep getting comments about this, so I know people are playing Path of Exile 1 still and they want to play this. So I wonder if I can make this in Path of Exile 2. I don't know. Maybe in the full game release when they have everything released. They do have Hex, the kind of like similar, like some kind of Hex stuff that they have in the game. I haven't really looked into much of the chaos damage stuff that in Path of Exile 2 just yet, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff to discover. It's just waiting for everything to come out and having the time to test everything. I have so much to play, so much to do, so yeah, remember to subscribe if you like content like this, different wacky builds. I usually focus on a lot of tanky builds. If I do play, like, a lot of stuff is usually non-meta. It's not like I'm not a meta chaser. I'm not like, oh, you gotta play the #1 build, blah blah blah. No, I usually try to find cool stuff, make it tanky, survivability really high, because I believe not dying is really important and makes the game fun. So I always try to make tanky, fun builds that have huge AoE, huge full screen clears. Last league in Settlers League, I had the Super Slammer, and that was a lot of fun. We had Cyclone going crazy. We had Slams going crazy. It was a blast, guys. Man, was it so fun. But yeah, there we have it, guys. And until next time, peace out.